Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Project Make Roblox Games Better. Now, I've realised that pretty much the extent of my skills in Roblox Studio is just doing terrain stuff, which is not going to be helpful once we've done the terrain. So what I am doing now is I'm going to learn Lua. Lua is the coding language that Roblox Studio uses, so I can actually help with a lot more things. So I've got a tutorial up, and I'm going to be following a tutorial on the basics of learning Lua, and then I'm going to be following, and I'll be doing that tutorial in Zero Brain Studio, something that I'd never heard of, that this person said was good. But then, after I've done this tutorial, which has 21 parts, but they're all like no less than 10 minutes, so it should be fine. I'll then go into Roblox Studio and follow Roblox's tutorial on how to do things like changing brick colors, day-night cycles, print debugging. I don't know, I'm just reading off their tutorial thing. Exploding, round-based. So basically that's just to teach me how to do stuff in Roblox, like give me a general, like how to do some of the general kind of things in actual Roblox. But for now, I've got to learn the basics of Lua so I can understand how that works. So I've got a learning Lua thing up, and let's watch the very first tutorial. Also, this tutorial is from 2016, so I'm not sure how accurate it may be, but it's the most, it's the best one that I could find. This dude's a true professional. He has a doctor at the start of his name, and he's been doing Lua for 10 years. I think I've hit a winner. I've now learned that he has 35 years of programming experience. We have an experienced doctor here. I'm going to become a code professional programmer person. After lesson 1 with Mr. Tutorial Man, I feel like I am a Lua professional. Watch this speech. Look at that, true professional here. Look at that. Oh, look at this. Flawless programming here. Also, I can hold over this and it tells me what on earth is happening. Which is very handy. You know what? I should probably capture my cursor. That's an idea. Did that. Wow, my cursor's here now. Wow, so exciting. There's a cursor on screen now. Amazing. Well, that was lesson 1. Look, I can change it. And then when I run the program, I'm going, it says hi now. It's amazing. Look at programming. I don't know how to spell. I'm not. Yeah. Kind of scared to spell anything. But I am a programmer. I hope it has 2 M's. I don't know. What program? Tell me what I am. Oh yes, look at that. Amazing. Wait, see, look, even this knows. Okay, on to tutorial 2. Okay. So after tutorial number 2, he babbled on a bit more about the print thing. It's like you can type things in, but if you don't put the quotation marks and you write something in, then it thinks that that is a variable. So it's looking for a variable. And then if you do that, which if you highlight that thing, the scratch pad, then basically everything that you type in will instantly go into the output. So as you can see down there, everything that I type just goes in. And I can't remember what they were called, but if you do that, and then it's like a way of combining two strings, which I didn't exactly understand. He didn't really explain it. He just said there's a way of like combining two strings, so that's something. I'm not exactly telling you to teach you how to code, I'm kind of just saying it out loud to help me remember more. So if you do two minus things, then you're commenting. So this will not appear in the output out here. So if you've just written a massive section of code or something, and you're leaving it for the next day, you can like explain, like you can use a comment to explain what the piece of code does, so future you doesn't forget. As you can see, they are very helpful. You can also do a block comment. A block comment goes every time you hit enter. It goes on to the next line instead of just. So anything I type now go into that line until I do the square bracket things, and until I do that. No, wait, I can't. Was it? Oh, till I do. No, I can't remember. Oh, how do I stop it? Oh, wait, it's a tutorial, man. How do I stop it? But I thought I did that. And then that should stop it. Yeah. Look at that, I thought I did that. Maybe not. Yeah, so that is how. So then you can make block comments. I was just about to delete everything, then I realized if this is going to be the learning lure thing, I need to have it. So I need to show what I've learned. So this. Go on lots of lines. There we go, look at that, it's beautiful. On to tutorial 3. Variables. I do know basic code, I do know the basics of coding, but I don't know the basics of Lua, so I don't know like what you say, because I did do a bit of batch at one point, and I believe instead of print it was echo, and you do, I think it was like that, but I can't quite remember. It was like a year or something ago. But let's learn how to do variables in here. Okay. Okay. That was a lesson and a half. Oh my gosh. Yeah, well now I've got all this. I was going to watch the tutorial and then do all the stuff after the tutorial. But yeah, it was a little bit kind of crazy. So I'm not going to explain everything because all of these are just different types of variables which you would use in different situations. But if you had something like, I'll just have my variable too, so we have my variable up here. And if you make my variable make it equal my variable 2, if you make that equal 5, let's say, and then you write print, and then in brackets, because if you do that, that will just say the thing up here. But if there's no quotations, then it's looking for the variable. So if you go down, find the correct variable, make it print that, it is now printed 5, which was the variable. And oh, I did not know I could do that. You can print what type of variable it is, so if you put type in the first set of brackets, and then in the second, my variable, then it will say that it is a number variable, well, because it's a number. Then if we change that to, say, a string variable, so it should say something that is a string variable. I now kind of understand string stuff. Then a table variable or an array, you do the weird swirly brackets, these things, and then you can do multiple things. Then you can write multiple things. So you could put in a string saying hello, and then a comma to have a tab gap. Then you could do a number. I'm literally just copying the one above. I'll change that completely different. I'll do the number 90, and then you could yeah. So to be able to see your actual information that you have in the variable, you have to use square brackets and tell it to look at the first section. So now it should print hello. I'm just going to take that away because you don't need the table there. So then if I make it say the second one, it will then say 90. So up here I have a string 12, 42 and 14. So as you can see, it prints the first one first, which is a string, and then all the other things. So my output is now a tad more messy because it's just random things being printed in not much sense. But that is tutorial number 3 complete. Tutorial number 4 is completely on strings things, so I'm a little bit scared because I feel like it's going to get quite complicated. And after strings, I then got math and math. It's maths, not math. And then function, scope, string library, if and then, loops, file inputs and output, tables and table library, pairs and iPairs, but like the Apple version of pairs, closure, OS library, modules, passing arguments to parameters, recursion, objects, meta methods 1, meta methods 2. This is going to hurt my brain a bit, I feel. But I think I should be able to do it. I understand most of this. I'm not quite sure about the booze. No, the Boolean ones. I can't remember how you pronounced it. They're the only ones that I kind of didn't understand. It's like a true and false thing, and I think we have to get to. He said something about evaluations, like if this happens, then do that type of thing. So I feel like we'll be able to understand them a lot better. I feel like I'll be able to understand them a lot better once I get to that point. Because the strings, I had no idea what the strings were before, because he kept saying strings, but now, listening to that one, I now I now understand strings. So I feel like some things he says will be explained later. So, if I'm confused now, hopefully I should be informed and be not confused in the future. I think I am going to end this episode here. I have learned a little bit about variables and things like that. In the next episode, I will be continuing on with my tutorial, and I won't be documenting as much of it as I did this episode, because I want to try to get through the entire tutorial and try to learn a lot in the next 2 weeks. So I probably won't be documenting it as much, or I will have about a 5-hour video, which I don't think you guys want to sit through a 5-hour video of explaining coding and doing coding, because I think that would be just a tad boring. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.